All this time in Greece has still got you probably backwards on time. Well, I'm on the island right now, and I'm on time. Sprayed a bunch of mosquito stuff everywhere so I can weather the storm down here.
Trying to cook, so hurry it up. Sign up to be the burger lady.
I don't think I've ever seen our intro. We gotta talk World Cup magic. Gotta talk World Cup magic. Mario Cristobal reloading in Coral Gables. Did you watch the game? Messi does it again. Yeah, this is I think the third game that Argentina has come back. This is the third game that Argentina has come back. They were down 2-0 last game, came back and won. They were down 1-0 in this game, and they were knocking on the door. And Messi magic, he assists in what ended up being the game-winning goal to send Argentina to the World Cup final in back-to-back seasons. So that's a pretty big deal. Only 7 teams have been able to go back-to-back, to go to the final back-to-back, and only 2 teams have won back-to-back. Italy won it. What? It's going to be Argentina, Spain. So it either goes back to Europe or it stays in South America. Either way, a Spanish country wins it, so it's kind of nice. What are you going for? It's called football. So, to your point, and you say you know a little about soccer, but to your point, Spain has 14 of the top 100 players on their roster, right? They were the tournament favorite, or at least one of the top 5 favorites when the tournament started. Everybody questions how Spain started off the tournament, especially, they go Capo Verde, they go 0-0 with Capo Verde, with Cape Verde, right? Everybody starts freaking out until we see Cape Verde take Argentina to the Bronco
R6, can
Verde.
you hear me now? Keep going. I'm listening.
You're good. So Spain is where we thought they would be, and I want to say that Argentina is where we thought they would be. Everybody likes to talk about conspiracy when it comes to FIFA, and they want Messi to win it again, and they want him to come out in style. There are better, in my opinion, and my brother-in-law, if he's watching, is going to kill me. There are better stories, I think, or just as compelling stories.
Okay.
Right? The Messi return to the final is a good story, but there are other compelling stories in this World Cup. You have Luka Modric left, Harry Kane's last World Cup, Ronaldo CR7 his last World Cup, Neymar's last World Cup. These are all compelling stories in this World Cup. So it's not the only story. Messi returning to the final is a great story, but I don't think it's the only story. It's a great story, and he goes to Spain. And I don't know how much you know about soccer, but every year every 4 years when they win the World Cup, they add a star to their jersey. So
Okay.
adding a star means that you won the World Cup. The only
Okay.
five-time World Cup winner is Brazil.
Okay.
Argentina has won it 3 times, and Spain won it once back in 2010.
So they add the star to their country jerseys, not
Correct.
like their
They
club.
would
Okay.
add the star to their country jersey, which is a big deal because everybody's going to want the new jersey that has that
Right.
second star. Whether it's the second star for Spain or the fourth star for Argentina. So it's a big deal. Argentina becomes the second Argentine team to go back to back to
Okay.
the World Cup final, and they can be the third team to go back to back and win it. Italy did it in 34 and 38, and Brazil did it in 58 and 62 with
Okay.
some guy named Pelé.
Okay. Yeah, that name I know. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was a little shocked that France didn't win. I think they were averaging what, I think 2 goals a game or something like that.
I,
From
so
what I
I'm,
had
I'm
seen in France, it seemed like they were the best team overall. I don't remember what game it was. I don't remember the dude. I don't know the dude's name. I'm sorry. That he basically had a hat trick.
oh, Kylian Mbappe.
No, not Mbappe. It was
Oh,
Dumbele or
Dembele.
something. Yes, there
Yeah,
we go.
Dembele.
So the games I had seen for France, it seemed like they had the most complete team. So when I saw that they lost 2-0 to Spain, I was definitely kind of shocked. So
So there's a saying in American football, any given Sunday.
yeah,
Well, that's exactly what happened in France because I'm a nerd and I did one of those brackets for soccer. You know how you do the
okay,
college basketball bracket. So
yeah,
I did a soccer bracket for the World Cup, and I had France beating Colombia in the final. I actually had Colombia beating Argentina. I thought they would be the one team who could take them out. I thought they were physical enough and played a similar style to Argentina, and they were playing good up until they got knocked out, and it was a last minute goal, and that's just how fickle this game can be. But
okay,
France losing to Spain was not on my bingo card. Paraguay beating Germany was not on my bingo card.
yeah, yeah. I remember that game
So
too.
it's been a great World Cup. I like the rule change allowing the referees to punish flopping.
Okay,
That has been spectacular because we've seen less and less of it. I wish they would allow the NBA to punish flopping.
okay. So I have a question for you, and I asked our Uncle Boney on the fourth when he was here. I had never seen it before, really, up until this World Cup. I guess on the free kick, closer to the goal, just outside the box, I've been
Mhm.
seeing people laying down on the floor. What is the
Correct.
whole idea about that? Premise behind that?
So you usually have, depending on the goalie, he'll get 3 or 4 guys to form a wall, right? So
Right.
that these shooters don't have a free shot at the goal, right?
Okay.
Um, a lot of times they teach the wall to jump during the free kick.
Hmm.
So as our kickers are getting savvier with time, they are timing these jumps, and you can look them up online. They are timing these jumps and shooting them on the ground.
Okay.
So the guy laying down is there to block the shots on the ground.
Okay.
So it allows your wall to jump and for the bottom to still be covered.
Yeah.
Everybody gets
Okay. All
savvier as
right.
time goes on.
So that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You start seeing all kinds of crazy things. You can look them up on YouTube. All the kinds of different. So they're called set pieces, right? When you get a
Okay.
free kick close to the goal, not in the box, it's a set piece because you get to set up. Even a corner kick is a set piece, but we call it a corner kick. So they're
Gotcha.
they're they're amazing to watch all these different set pieces, and shout out to the USA for scoring on a couple set pieces. We had
Okay.
some world class goals. We're not there yet, but
Mhm.
they did have some world class goals in this tournament.
Yeah, I will say watching the World Cup. I mean, 'cause I can. I've always been able to appreciate it. Obviously, you and your brother would always play soccer and on the weekends, and so I was always able to appreciate it. But I never really got into it. Watching the World Cup this year, I was able to get into it. Will I continue watching? I don't know, just because it's what, UEFA and Champions League, and like I feel like there's so many different leagues that it's impossible to keep
There
up.
are so many leagues to keep up with because if you follow Barcelona and Madrid, then you're watching the Spanish league. But if you follow Liverpool and Chelsea, then you're following the English Premier League. And then UEFA is basically the World Cup of Europe,
Okay.
right? So they have all kinds of tournaments and all kinds of leagues. It is difficult to follow over there in Europe. United States has the MLS. Mexico has their own league. Argentina has their own teams in their own league. Brazil has their own teams. There's so many countries that have so many leagues. It is hard to follow.
Okay.
And it is to me, it's more fun to follow the countries when they get together and basically
Yeah.
play against.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun, especially when you get to host it.
Yeah, because I
The host.
think,
Go ahead.
yeah, I don't think I've, with the exception of the last 2 or 3 games, just because I've been working, I don't think I've missed much, if any, of the games. Like I get home and I'm watching whatever soccer game is on, so it's definitely more exciting to watch the World Cup.
Well, I got to tell you, as somebody who was ditching class in 2002 to watch the World Cup in Japan, it's a lot easier to watch a 3 o'clock game than a 4 o'clock in the morning game.
Yeah,
Rather
for
watch
sure.
it at 2 p.m. on my phone and ditch class in 12th grade. Sorry, mom.
Yeah.
To watch the World Cup. I remember staying up for some of those games in Japan, 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. This is
Damn.
a lot easier. And I think the next World Cup is going to be Morocco, Spain, and Portugal.
Okay.
We're going to have that time difference again. So I'm
Okay.
going to have to ditch work or something.
All right. Well, I don't sleep anyway, so.
Good for you, then.
Yeah. Right. All right. So we spoke about the World Cup. Most recent thing as of today. Let's go ahead and jump into the All Star break for baseball last night. Did you catch the
Hottest
game?
team in
What'd you
baseball?
think? What's up?
Hottest team in baseball?
Yeah, yeah. Fuck, I don't remember our record last I heard.
Talking
I
about in
know
June or current record?
in June, in June.
So their record in June was 20-6. They set a franchise
That's what I had
record for
heard. Yeah,
20 wins in June.
and then I
They
know going
are
into the All Star
52 and
break, we
45.
got swept by the Guardians the last 3 games.
They did.
Um, I still
That
watch
was an
them.
apology.
I still watch them even from the beginning of the season because I know when we first started this, you're like, I don't care to watch baseball. It's whatever. I still watch.
I submitted, and I'm sorry to cut you off. I did submit a formal apology to the Miami Marlins.
Okay.
I submitted a formal apology to the Miami Marlins.
What up, Daniels?
So Esteves is my witness. He saw that he replied to my apology, and if they will let me on the bandwagon, I'm back on. I've been to a couple games.
Okay.
They're a lot of fun to watch. They play exciting baseball. They know how to play small ball, and they know how to hit the long ball. So, well, I'm in. Just don't be sellers at the trade in Denmark, right? Be buyers. If you're buyers at the trading deadline, I'm good.
Yeah.
Don't make me fall in love with a third team and then sell them again.
Appreciate the follow, Daniels. Yeah, man. I mean, they're fun to watch. Last I heard, they are buyers. They're not sellers. Um, Sandy's not going anywhere. Yeah, man. I'm excited to watch them. I like you said. I hope they don't do a fire sale again after the season because it's frustrating. But yeah, I'm actually going now on the 27th to yes, ma'am, to
Who's the catcher's name? Is it Joe Mack?
Joe Mack.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, his contract is $850,000.
I can't help it. She's sticking up for Jax. Come here, Wendy.
Oh, so I think his contract. I think the Marlins are paying him $850,000. That's a bargain.
Yeah.
You know who the third highest paid Marlin is on this payroll?
Third highest?
Third highest Marlin. I'm sorry. Let me phrase the question correctly, and when I phrase it, I'm gonna give it away. Who is the third highest player on the Marlins payroll?
It's not Sandy.
You're not gonna get it because he's not wearing a Marlins uniform. That's why I rephrased the question. Giancarlo Stanton is the third highest paid
Okay, all right.
player on that payroll, and he hasn't played for the Marlins since 2017.
Okay, yeah. See, I was thinking active. Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, LeBron to
Um,
Miami. I think where there's smoke, there's fire. I see. I don't know who C2 Serve is, but
that's
where there's smoke,
Daniels.
there's fire. No, according to me, where there's smoke, there's fire, and I think he goes back to Miami.
You think?
Could be wrong.
I think it would.
I wouldn't be disappointed, right? This is not the summer of 2010,
Right.
but I wouldn't be shocked if he came to Miami, and I'm good with it. If he came, I'm good with it, and if he doesn't come, I'm good with it.
Okay, so 1 second. So today, on the way home from work, I was actually listening to, I think it was Dan Day, or it was right before, so probably Hawk and Crowder. I know
Okay.
Crowder wasn't talking, but they were saying, not really saying, but kind of what ifs, how kind of crazy would it be? Um, Tomorrow we have Giannis's press introduction to the team, to the city. How crazy would it be if Giannis goes up there, he starts talking, and he says, 1 second, and he calls out his friend, and out comes LeBron.
So all these guys have egos,
Right.
right? Do you think Giannis is humble enough to give some light on his own presser
Right.
and share some light with LeBron?
So from
LeBron
what
did
I
it in 2010, right? Those guys came up, they came on stage, smoke, not one, not two, not three. You saw the whole thing. It was crazy.
yeah,
They all shared the spotlight. And if you look back, it was sign and trade. Everybody took less money, but everybody shared a spotlight.
right.
Question becomes, does Giannis say, I'm here to win, and I'm here to win so much that at my presser, I'm gonna have LeBron on my presser. But if I'm not mistaken, LeBron has a podcast with Halliburton from the Pacers tomorrow.
Okay.
They're selling tickets to that for some reason. I think he's gonna announce at it.
Okay, yeah, that's what they were saying. So he may announce tomorrow. And they were even saying, like, if he announces tomorrow, that's going to take the quote unquote spotlight away from Giannis in his introductory press conference. Um, but they're kind of throwing a little what ifs. Again, if he doesn't announce where he's going tomorrow, is that an indicator that he's coming here?
If I'm LeBron, it's a hurry. It's almost like
I mean,
the NFL, right?
Mhm.
I am Von Miller, right?
right,
And I don't know his current contract situation. I'm just using him as an example. Right? I am a linebacker. I'm a sought-out linebacker. I'm an
okay,
excellent linebacker for your defense. Am I in a hurry to tell you I want to play in June, in July, or in August? Do I really want to go through OTAs and training camp and all that BS? Oh, I want to play in September. I want to play in October. I want to play in November. I want to play in December. I want to play in the playoffs. So I'm probably telling you closer to like end of September, after all the IRs have been filled, after everybody who's gonna get hurt has gotten hurt, after the first 4 games of the season have gotten through, I can tell you, okay, I want to go play for Buffalo or I want to go play for Denver. In the NBA, the season's a little bit longer, right? So
right.
LeBron can't wait till January to say, hey, I want to play. So to me, if I'm LeBron, I have the ability to wait for a little bit, especially since I already said, hey, it's not about the money.
Yeah,
So it's not about the money. And then Golden State, Philly, and Miami have been 3 teams named over and over and over.
yeah,
Where he's going to go, supposedly.
yeah.
But Miami's always in the mix for these free agents.
Oh
Because
yeah,
there's nobody who comes here and says, oh my God, I had a horrible time. Everybody comes here and says, well, damn, I learned what it's like to be a professional. You know?
yeah, yeah.
Now I know what it's like to be a professional. These guys are on some crazy level compared to where I came from.
Yeah.
So to me,
So
LeBron knows what he's getting into if he comes to Miami.
yeah. So do you think he's waiting to see how else we fill the roster out. Because
I wouldn't be.
I've heard rumblings of possibly DeRozan and somebody else I can't remember.
Also, Westbrook is out there, but not if they sign LeBron.
No, it wasn't Westbrook. It was DeRozan and somebody else. I can't remember who. I
So
don't
I've heard
think
DeMar
Beal.
DeRozan. I've heard Duncan Robinson getting released from the Pistons if he gets released by the Pistons. Coming to Miami. They
I would
have the
take
best
that.
defensive front court right now.
Mhm.
And Bobby Portis. Bobby
Yeah.
Portis, Giannis, Wiggins, and Bam. They have
Portis is
tremendous.
stupidly underrated.
He is your. What's this guy on the Heat when they won? Ronnie Turiaf, but with skill. He's your
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
He's your Ronnie Turiaf with a little more skill.
Okay.
Or Ronnie Turiaf's waving that towel, hyping everybody up. Bobby's gonna wave that towel, hype everybody up, and then he's gonna go score some points.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
No shade on Ronnie Turiaf though.
So, do you want LeBron in Miami? I think is.
Would your dad have taken Tom Brady and the Dolphins?
Fair enough. um.
Yes, absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Just making sure we're on the same page about that.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. You know how fun those parades on Biscayne Boulevard are? And let me tell you, there is not a restaurant owner in this town who did not make more money when LeBron was here.
Oh, for
There
sure.
wasn't a single Hooters or Twin Peaks or TGI Fridays or Ruby Tuesdays, and I'm aging myself here. There's nothing available that has one TV that didn't make more money because of LeBron. Because
Yeah.
it was a primetime show every night.
Every night. Yep.
Every night was an All-Star game. And
Yep.
you look back at those highlights and you go, man, I can't believe I got to witness some of this stuff in person. We
Yeah,
saw great
man.
basketball. We saw great basketball for 4 years.
Yep.
You know? And it's like, why do people continue to doubt Pat Riley? He's done this since 1995.
I think they doubt him because of the last couple of years and not being able to bag those whales when they've come available, and for whatever reason, one reason or the other. That's what I feel like.
You just went
But a
to
lot
two
of
NBA finals.
No, I get that, but I feel like people, especially when you're talking trades, you can offer what you offer, fair or not. If the other team doesn't accept it, the other team it takes two to tango. So, you know.
Let's start off with Portland was willing to cut off their own legs before they were going to give the Heat Dame.
Oh yeah, for sure, and that's where it comes to mind. And I it's funny you say it because
my own
I was
child before I give Dame to the Heat.
because me, Eric, Gus, Chris, we were all talking about it. Mike, we were all talking about it. When that whole thing was going down with Dame, like I don't remember what we offered, but I know we gave pretty fair from what I remember, and it was just a matter of Portland's owner not wanting to give anything to Miami. So
no, you could have offered him everything, including Bam, and he was going to say no.
Yep.
The only thing that he would have said yes to was like, okay, we're going to send you Pat Riley and Spo. I'll think about it. You know?
Yeah.
To me, I always compare it like this, and I always tread very lightly. In 1995, Miami Dolphins and fanatics, fans
Mm-hmm.
booed Don Shula out of Joe Robbie Stadium. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
chanting Jimmy, 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 and your dad was there at the stadium, and that's when he gave up his season tickets.
Right.
Me, because of that, the Dolphins are cursed. Now you've been going on 26 plus years that you haven't even won a playoff game. The last guy to win a playoff for you was Jay Fiedler. All right, so you deserve what you get. Right?
Yeah.
You Don Shula should have written his ticket out of Miami. The winningest coach in NFL history, the
Yep.
only guy to have ever completed an undefeated season. Sorry, New England, you didn't do it.
Yeah,
Right? One of the best to ever do it, the best to ever do it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you booed him out of the field. So I tread very lightly as a Heat fan. I'm not here to question Pat Riley. I want him to go off into the sunset when he's ready to go off into the sunset. And I thought his press conference this year was awesome. I'm not going to tank. I'm here to win championships. And the minute we're going to veer from that, I'm out of here.
Yep.
and I'm for it. We have a standard. I hope
Yep.
the new Dolphins regime has that same standard.
Yep. Still speaking about the Heat real quick. Did you hear Mickey Harrison got voted unanimously to the board of governors
Board of
for?
Governors.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool.
You think he gives himself the Charlotte pick back?
Shit, please.
And what's crazy is that they're telling the Clippers and the Raptors, "Hey, we're still investigating Kawhi."
I did hear that, and I think the only way that goes through is if like the Raptors assume any responsibility if that goes the wrong way. I wouldn't. Kawhi's towards the back end of his career. I don't think he's as dominant as he was. I don't even remember the last time he's played a full season. Um, Not so much load management, but as far as injuries. Um,
So I kind of gave him a little bit of get it, and I'm not saying that he hasn't. I'm not saying that he hasn't been injured, right?
mm,
But it's the Clippers. It's almost like you knew what you were getting yourself in. It's
yeah.
I compare it to Carmelo Anthony.
Okay.
Everybody talks about Wade, LeBron, and Bosh, and
Mm,
then Carmelo Anthony, right? They almost kind of forget about him, even though he was a
yeah.
prolific scorer, right?
Yep.
He had every chance to leave Denver and get more money. I'm sorry, and get on a competitive team, and he had every chance to leave New York and get on a competitive team, and he didn't.
Hmm.
He re-upped for more money.
Yeah.
So the two times that he had the chance to go somewhere that was competitive, he went after the money. I'm not
Mm,
knocking him. I'm not knocking him. He made millions of dollars. Good for
yeah.
him. But you can't turn around and say, "Oh, I didn't have a competitive team." Well, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Because to me, LeBron took the power from the owners in
I hate.
2010 when he said, "Hey, I'm taking my talents to South Beach."
Yep. And
And
don't mean
now
to cut you
everybody
off.
says, "Oh, say it again."
No, I don't mean to cut you off, but perfect example. As much as I hate to say it, Jalen Brunson in New York taking what, 50 million less.
There you go. There you go.
So,
If I told you that the Dolphins are gonna
fuck. I suck.
lose in the Super Bowl, right?
Uh,
Would you take a Knicks championship?
Say that again.
I told you, hey, now that the Knicks won the NBA Finals,
Okay.
you have to hear every New York Knicks fan for the rest of the season. Now the Dolphins are gonna lose in the Super Bowl. Will you take
Yes, because we still got further than the Jets.
it?
Yes. At
That
least we got to
organization,
the
the Jets,
dance.
that Jets organization is dysfunctional.
Yeah.
They're competing with Arizona and Cleveland as to who's more dysfunctional. But talking about the Dolphins, I
Yeah.
do hope that John Eric Sullivan has this ship in the right direction.
Yeah.
Um,
So
it
what
looks like he does. You know,
it
he's made
does.
some. He extended our running back. He extended our center. I'd like for him to extend Jordan Brooks. I think he's
Hmm.
the heart and soul of that defense.
Yep.
But he seems to me like he's on the same page with his coach, and that's what happens when you hire a manager first or GM, and then hire coach who's going to be on the same page. And
Yeah.
in 3 years, because that's usually the life cycle of a coach, GM, and quarterback, right?
Hmm.
In 3 years, you can say, well, these three guys were in lockstep, all three of them. It
Yeah.
wasn't like, well, no, I really didn't want that coach, and the coach wanted the quarterback, but I did, and he didn't. No, you got your guy from Green Bay, and you got your quarterback from Green Bay. The three of you were on the same page. There's no surprise, right?
Yep. So before we cycle off basketball and head another direction,
Shoot,
what do you think of Ryan Cornwell?
he can shoot the three.
Yeah.
He can shoot the three. He can defend. From everything I've read and everything I've seen, he's one of the better perimeter shooters in college. This was supposedly one of the better, deeper drafts in the NCAA.
Okay.
So not surprised that the kid fell to the second round because everybody said this this entire talent pool from teams 1 through 32 was full of talent. So
Yep.
good. I mean, the Heat traded up to get him. Can you
Yep.
play defense? The Heat have a
Yep.
culture. Can you play
Yep.
defense?
Yep. I've heard.
I heard Davion Mitchell's lost like 15 pounds.
Really.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard. They're saying that Cornwell or Conwell. I gotta look it up. I'm sorry, man.
Conwell. Ryan Conwell.
Conwell. There we go. Okay.
No corn. Corn is bad.
Yeah, they're saying that he's potentially, arguably, the steal of the draft.
We'll
So
find out.
we'll see.
We'll find out. Everybody's good until everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yep. So with that being said, we kind of touched on it a little bit. The NFL. We have training camp around the corner.
So we got like
Um,
8 Sundays left before the season starts.
what are we? Mid-July, August, yeah, give or take, yeah.
We have like 8 Sundays left till the season starts.
Yep.
But I'm a nerd.
So, before we get into it, I don't want to recycle information because for those who don't know, I'm just gonna say, I lost my best friend Jax June 18th. So I've been very slowly getting back into the swing of things with sports and everything. And I just say that because I hate not feeling prepared, but in a way I'm not. And I don't want to just be sitting here be recycling information. But
Well,
again, earlier today I was listening to, I think it was a Joe Rogan show in the morning, and they posed a question: who has more to prove, Coach Halfley in showing that he can develop and lead this team, or Sully showing he can draft players?
oof. So
Yeah.
before I get into that question, your point to Jax and not being prepared.
Mhm.
In your defense, I have pushed you to get back on the wagon,
Yeah.
prepared or not.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's get on the Wednesdays. Let's get on the Wednesdays. Let's get on the Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So look pretty prepared to me. I know that you usually have your books and your notes and all your stuff,
Yeah.
and I feel you. But to
Yeah.
kind of defend to defend you, not kind of to defend you,
Mm.
I've been pushing you like, come on, let's get it. Let's just get on. Let's just get on. Let's just get
Yeah.
on. And I
Yeah.
know that once we get on, it's like riding a bike, and next Wednesday, both
Yeah.
of us will be ready to go.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, it's almost like an unfair question. And I'll tell you why. Because how many times have you seen a Dolphins player who, um, linebacker, Izzo from the Dolphins, who was a
Mm.
special teams player?
I remember the
He
name.
went off and he left to New England
Mm.
and he became a star. He wasn't drafted by New England,
Mm.
right? He was developed by New England.
Right.
So you could draft good talent
Mm.
and not be able to develop them. If I'm not mistaken, Noah Igbenogany is starting for the Redskins.
I believe so. Yeah.
Right? He's one of their starting corners, and he had a good second half of the season last year. So it's almost an unfair question because Noah Igbenogany was drafted by the previous regime,
Mm.
right? And
Right.
the coach that was there couldn't develop him. Now he goes to Washington and he's playing and he's contributing and he's having success.
Mm.
So I almost think it has to be hand in hand.
Yeah.
You have to draft good talent,
Right.
right? Because you can't draft scrubs,
Mm.
but you also have to be able to develop good talent. It's almost like the Hurricanes, right? You see Mario Cristobal developing these kids. It's, it's easy to recruit in South
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
If you recruit Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County, there's no reason why. Howard
We're
Stern
going
doesn't
back
know
to
how
the
to recruit.
natty.
you know, exactly. And funny enough, it's like now we have NIL money. I feel almost though As in,
Well,
UM was always
we
paying
have
players,
legal NIL money now.
and that's what I'm getting at. UM was always doing this, and now they have NIL, and UM's like, wait a second, we could do that. We have permission to do that now. We're not going to get some sort of 30-year ban from football. Oh, okay, cool, perfect. We're going to go ahead and continue to do what we were doing, and there's no surprise that UM is back on top, right? Not officially on top because they didn't win the Natty, but
Yeah.
everybody wants to come play here now
Yep.
because now there's money.
Yep.
There's money here, and there's talent here, and there's coaching here, and there's winning here. There's a lot of other things here that these guys are, Malachi Tony's 19 years old, 18 years old still. So God
Yeah.
bless them all. But to,
Yeah.
to that question, I think it goes hand in hand. I think Sully has to draft good talent, and Hafley has to develop that talent. You can draft the number one guy, but it doesn't mean he's going to be a number one guy.
Yeah. So, okay, but if you had to pick, who do you think shoulders at?
You got to develop talent. I'm going to shoulder that on the coach. I'm going to shoulder it on the coach because you guys are in lockstep. It's like you and me. You and I like the same kind of football. We like
Yeah.
the same kind of 90s physical basketball.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. If you tell me, hey, I need you to go pick somebody for our 3-on-3 team,
Uh.
I know what kind of basketball we play. So
Yeah.
if I bring somebody who's 5'1", you know what I mean, and can't shoot the three, you're like, what'd you do? You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
I bring someone who's 5'1" and can shoot the three, you're like, oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And vice versa, right? Like if I bring somebody who's 6'2", oh, good, you got somebody for the inside. Now you and I can kind of play outside a little bit.
Yeah.
So John Eric Sullivan knows what Hafley needs. They're all they're on the same page. So Hafley has to trust that John Eric Sullivan knows what they need, and now
Yeah.
Hafley needs to develop that talent.
Yeah. I agree.
Still would have picked Ruben Bay.
It's funny you bring up rookies because I was just about to ask you. What rookie are you most excited for on the Dolphins? I don't, excluding Caden Proctor, because we know that pick is going to be forever tied to Ruben May. If Proctor doesn't pan out,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
You're right. You're 100% right. Chris Johnson, I want to see because you have no secondary, and he's gonna play.
yeah,
Truth be told, all these rookies are gonna play.
oh yeah,
If it's got to be a rookie, then Chris Johnson because I want to see the secondary. But I'm
Mhm.
mostly intrigued in last year's 3 defensive tackles. Those are the guys
Okay,
I want to see this year. They got a
okay,
full year of getting their face kicked in. Those kids were puppies last year in the NFL, and they got their face kicked in.
yeah.
I want to see them develop. I want to see how they change. I want to see how Hafley develops them. I want to see how they start this year. But if I got to pick a rookie from this class, I'm going Chris Johnson.
So I'll go to rookies now. But since you kind of brought up the second year players, I'm intrigued to see how Savanaya plays this year, considering
Okay.
they're moving him back to his original position, right guard. From what I've heard and seen, Aaron Brewer was saying that he's in moving him from left guard to right guard. It's almost like a different person. So, as far as second year players, that's who I'm excited to see. I hope he plans out because if he does pan
I
out,
hope he doesn't have to have Ruben Payne lined up in front of him.
I don't. I don't think he will. One, we don't play Tampa this year, so that's a win. But
I almost wish they did.
but either way, I don't see Bane lining up on the inside. I think he can, depending on who the guards are for a particular team. But I see him definitely on the outside for sure.
I agree, but I'm talking about situational.
Yeah, yeah,
Where they line him up one time inside for whatever.
yeah. 3rd and 13 or some shit. Yeah,
Because Todd Bowles is a defensive genius.
yeah.
So I would not be surprised if he did some crazy schemes now that he's got Ruben Bain to play with.
Yeah. As far as rookies, I'm gonna stick on the
Kid from
defensive
Louisville's not gonna play
side.
till November.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick on the defensive side also. I'm honestly between Kyle Lewis and Jacob Rodriguez.
I forgot about the linebacker.
Um, I think I'm more intrigued on Kyle Lewis because he seems like he can almost play not true safety, but safety in a pinch, and his
Okay.
versatility. Um, plus him lining up there with Jacob Rodriguez, Jordan Brooks. I think
It,
those three linebackers can
they have a
potentially
stellar,
be
at least on paper, right? They have a stellar linebacker room.
yeah.
What do you think about the kid from Texas Tech, the wide receiver, Caleb Douglas?
I like the pick. I wasn't against it when they made the pick. I just didn't know enough about him. How tall is
Right.
he?
He's 6'3", so that's definitely not your last 4 years wide receiver of the Dolphins. I
Yeah,
think the Dolphins had one wide
and
receiver above
I
6
think
feet.
that's what I liked about him when they made that pick was his height. Um, I like the pick honestly. I think probably the only pick
He
that
runs a 4.39. Caleb
okay.
Douglas.
Yeah, I think the only pick that honestly kind of left me kind of like, huh? Was outside of Caden Proctor was Wilkes Merrick. I didn't. If I remember right, there was better available at that position at that spot.
Okay.
Um, but again, I don't remember off the top of my head. But definitely,
What
they
is?
announced that. I was like, I was confused. I didn't know why we went that route.
Do you know the name? Okay. So the question would be, what was his? Um, was he part of the John Mackey Award? Where did he land when it
I
comes to he? So he was. He's a tight end at Ohio State, but where does he land in the John Mackey Award? If I'm not mistaken, the John Mackey Award is what they give for the top tight end in college football. So the question, and my question would be, is maybe, right?
mhm.
Um, where was he on the voting?
Okay, I got you. Um, yeah, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I asked the question, right?
Yeah.
Um, so
Let's
the
see.
2026. So you have a watch. The 2025 winner was Eli Stowers of Vanderbilt,
Okay.
right? Um, I don't know who was on that list. So Kenyon Sadiq, he's the kid from Oregon, which everybody wanted,
Yeah.
and Michael Trigg from Baylor were your finalists for the
Okay.
John Mackey Award. You know,
Okay.
so I don't know. I don't know where he. I don't know where Kazmarek falls compared to the Mackey winners or the Mackey finalists.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about him. I'm actually more intrigued with Greg Dulcich. I hope I said his name right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. He was
intrigued.
definitely coming
He
into his own last
Yeah,
year.
he came into his own. He's definitely going to be, or I think he should be, Malik Willis's security blanket. So we'll see. And the kid can block.
Yeah.
So
I
you,
think
you,
that's what they were saying because Merrick can block. I think that's why they went after him.
but you got to be able to catch. You can't be
Yeah.
one dimensional in this NFL.
Nope.
Yeah, it's almost like, all right, cool. He's just going to block. We don't have to worry about putting any of our guys on him.
Yeah.
So that definitely doesn't help.
Yep.
I know we touched on the Marlins in the beginning. It's the
Yeah.
hottest team in baseball.
Yeah.
Um, but I wanted to remind you or let you know that they currently hold the third wild card spot. And
Yeah.
they are 2 games behind the Phillies, who hold the first wild card spot. 2.5 behind the Cubs, who hold. Sorry, the Cubs hold the first wild card spot, and the Phillies hold the second one. And they
Okay.
are 4 games behind the Braves, for first place in the NL East. And then there's 4 teams behind them, super close. St. Louis is 1 game behind. Pittsburgh is 2 games behind. Arizona is 2.5 games behind. San Diego is 3.5 games behind, and Washington is 4 games behind. So it should make for a great end
Yes.
to the season.
Yes, it
And I
should.
hate to steal some Dolphin thunder and talk about the Marlins, but I'm trying to get back on that bandwagon and give them their credit. I'd like for them to get a big bat in that lineup
uh-huh.
and some middle relief. Our starting pitching is great. We need some middle relief.
Yeah, I do agree. Middle relief definitely needs some help.
Especially nowadays, they're only going 5 innings deep, anyways. So we need somebody to do 6th and 7th inning.
I mean, I'm honestly okay with the bats, honestly.
Jacob Marcy's hitting 194.
He is, yes. Yeah, he's been in a weird funk, but he also did have that walk off right before the All-Star break. So
I was at that game
hopefully, oh yeah,
against the Mariners. Yeah, I was at that game.
nice.
Yeah,
So
the stadium's empty.
yeah,
I didn't get to go. It's hard to go. It's 6:40 in the afternoon. It's hard to go.
yeah,
But
traffic. Like, yeah, we're
no,
not
I went to the
like
first
these
game
other
and I went to
cities
the third
and
game against the Mariners.
okay.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to get off the. I'm trying to apologize to the Marlins.
Yeah, I'm
Going to the
going
games.
now on the 27th.
Okay.
They have their bark at the park, so I'm taking Wendy.
Okay. Cool. That's on a Monday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Bark at the Park every Monday.
Is it every Monday? Okay, I didn't know it was
They
Monday.
have it every Monday. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, when I was at the stadium, I think every Monday's Bark at the Park.
Okay.
Make sure they'll allow pits.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Either way, she's registered as an American Bulldog, so.
We're crazy.
Yeah. No, I actually looked like this. Like the only dogs they really don't allow, or they say not to, is like.
Cane Corsos.
Not even that. It's like smaller dogs with like health issues, like Boston Terriers, those kind of.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Outside of Jacob Marcy, um, I'm honestly happy with the bats. Everybody's producing. Otto Lopez, Xavier Edwards. I think both are top 4, top 5 for the NL batting title.
Okay.
So I'm honestly happy with the bats. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know, like you said, we're not that far off from not even just a wild card spot, from an actual playoff spot.
Correct.
So
they're 4 behind the Braves.
Yeah, so it should be interesting. Which is kind of telling because normally the Braves they manhandle us every year. So I don't know when our next series is with the Braves, but if we can dig into that tiebreaker with them, watch out now.
So that'd be something good to look into to see when they play the Braves.
Yeah.
But I can hear you clicking. I think you're gonna check before me.
Let's see.
But while you check that, and before we finish up, we haven't given the Dolphins any flowers. We've given them trouble.
Yeah.
Give Pat Riley flowers because Pat Riley always gets flowers. Give the Marlins flowers because playing great baseball.
Yeah.
We gave the Hurricanes flowers because our Cristobal is
August. We play him in August.
Okay, that's an important series. We gotta give Bill Zito some flowers.
I knew exactly where you were going. I knew it.
There's this guy on Instagram. He's a Maple Leafs fan. I next time we get on, I gotta put his handle on there. But he goes through the lineup and he's like, "Yeah, tonight we're gonna play Brady and Matthew Tkachuk." And they're like, "Tkachuk with an S? Like, there's 2 of them?" And so you're potentially looking at a line where you got Matthew and Brady Tkachuk with Sam Bennett as your center.
Yeah.
And there's a stat that I saw that the top 3 hitters on defense in hockey since 2020 season, so the last 6 years, right?
Mhm.
are Radko Gudis, Garnet Hathaway, and Brady Kachuk. And all these guys are on a Panther uniform.
Yep. Yep.
And now and let's not forget what Sasha Barkov just did in Finland for his country. So
coming off knee surgery.
coming off knee surgery, it should be a lot of fun.
I'm.
I'm only
It's
hoping, and I hate to do this, but I hope the Dolphins can just keep up their end of the bargain.
yes.
You know, the Heat are going to be fun in October and November, and the Panthers are going to be fun October, November. Maybe the Marlins are playing in October. The Hurricanes are going to be fun in October, November. Ease. Miami
Yep.
Dolphins be fun in October, November.
Yep. Let's see. I want to see something real quick. Okay. Yeah. No. It's as soon as you were going talking about giving him the flowers, I knew exactly where you were going, and it's the beginning of the season, but I am ecstatic for Panthers Hurricanes to open the season in Carolina against the defending champions. I hope we just come out and we
Man,
just.
they are so
I just
lucky
hope
that the
we
Panthers
pummel
didn't
the
make the
crap out of them.
playoffs.
They are. They are. But
I just hope
I
the
hated
teams
it,
get their
and
rings and they
I
feel all
liked
good
it.
about themselves, and then the puck drops.
Yeah, I hated. I hated it, but I liked it because last 3 years, 3 4 years, we put some miles on those legs.
Yeah.
So it was a much needed rest. Hopefully now they come back reloaded and three-peat maybe.
It also gives a lot of weight to those old Edmonton Oiler teams and those Montreal Canadian teams
Mm,
who just won.
yeah.
You know, those teams just every year just won. You said
Yep.
it. They put a lot of miles on those legs.
Yep.
I don't have enough information to tell you they played 82 games back then,
Same.
or
Yeah.
that they had as many teams to play against. But still, going every year
Yeah.
and then winning every year is a feat in and of itself.
Oh yeah.
So it gives how hard it is to do, right?
Yep.
The fact the Panthers went 3 years in a row is credit enough. I mean, look, Buffalo went 4 years in a row.
I just keep thinking 0 for 4.
I heard that's the new area code.
I think so, yeah. Um, got a few more minutes before we do. Let's talk about the Kings real quick. Our Hurricanes.
Okay,
What do you think about the O line? I know we lost a few key pieces.
so they say that this is, and I don't know his name.
Cantwell,
That's the incoming freshman.
Jackson Cantwell, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. They say the kids just plug and play.
yeah,
That is Mario's bread and butter, right?
mm,
Everybody. So Al Golden, Al Golden comes to Miami, and first of all, you saw no development across any team, right?
yeah,
No linebacker team, running back team. No room developed.
mm,
Usually, what you're good at is what's going to shine. It's no surprise that Miami's trench play has shined. They rode that trench to a national title game, national championship game because they haven't won yet.
right,
Um, they bullied people, right?
mm,
Mark Fletcher was like, "Hey, I'm going to the right," and they went to the
mm,
right.
mm,
So they bullied people on the way there.
yeah,
Um, so I'm not surprised that Mario's strength continues to show through trench play because they got two defensive ends in the player portal also make up for the loss of Ruben Bain and Mesidor.
yeah,
So I for me and I heard and I've read the wide receiver room got better.
yes, I've heard
I
that
didn't
too.
know that was possible, but it got better. And then it's almost a case of the rich getting richer, right? Because they went out and got Darian Mensah. They got the leading defensive end in the SEC from Missouri. Um, they fixed the O line. They're supposedly a top 5 recruiting class in 2027. winning winning brings more winning, right?
Yeah.
There's a saying in sales that says fish bring more fish. Well, when you're the hottest ticket in town, everybody wants to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So it's not a surprise that everybody wants to be a part of UM football again
Yeah.
and UM basketball. Shout out to
Yeah.
their coach
Um.
Jay Lucas, I think.
Yeah. I was kind of following that a little bit, March Madness and that whole run we had. Um.
You weren't gonna beat one of the Boozer twins.
No. No. I think as far as the Canes, I'm more interested in probably the D line. I think, and by D line I mean more so the edges because we're returning
Okay.
Ahmad Moten, um, who he's just gonna be. I think he's gonna be a powerhouse. Honestly, I think he's gonna be the Ruben Bain as far as disruption, um, this year.
Okay.
Um, I just think in losing Bane and Mesidor, you don't know what kind of production we're going to get from the two edges that that we just picked up. Um, I think for me that's the biggest question mark because, like you said, Cristobal, his bread and butter is the O line. You know he's going to have them ready to go. Um,
But when I say trench play, I mean both sides of the ball.
no, I know that, but I was going a little bit more specific as far as
Yeah.
D line.
'Cause I would almost say their defensive backfield was suspect until Corey Heatherman got here last year. And
Yeah.
Corey Heatherman allowed the athletes that are recruited to Miami to be athletes.
Yep.
I forget who the coach was before him because I like to forget.
I
But
don't
that guy
remember.
had him in a zone, and you can't have these athletes in zone.
Yeah.
You're you're gonna win big and you're gonna win small. I mean, sorry,
Yep.
you're gonna win big because you're gonna risk big. Big
Mm-hmm.
risks come with big losses also. Because if
Yep.
you but these kids are smart enough. They're put in a system. They're put Corey Heatherman put them in places to be successful. Hence the pick six against Ohio State. The kid
Yep.
jumped the route. He jumped that route a long time ago. I don't think the guy could
Mm-hmm.
hike yet, and he had jumped the route.
Yep.
That's from watching film and putting them in position to be
Yep.
successful.
Yep. But like you said,
Um,
it goes to letting them play, letting the athletes
Correct,
play.
100%.
And you say that, and I think the name that honestly pops out to me the most, as far as DBs, is probably Bryce Fitzgerald.
Okay.
And you saw that in the Texas A&M game with the pick to completely close them out. But if I'm not mistaken, I think he had two picks that game as well.
Yeah.
That kid he's a stud. He's a baller. I think he's gonna do very big things for the Canes and moving forward. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he's gonna be playing this year or next year. Um, but I believe we have a commit from the number one DB or number one. I think he's the number one DB in the country. I don't think he's number one overall nationally, but I'm pretty sure he's number one in the country for DB.
Okay.
Um, he looks like a stud too. Uh,
So we got Ethan O'Connor.
mhm.
This is your secondary. Ethan O'Connor, Jabori Antoine, Chris Ewell Jr., and Ryan Mack are your corners. Your safeties are Zachariah Poyser,
uh,
played last year, Bryce Fitzgerald, and Jaden Hussey. And
yeah,
your freshmen coming in, Jalen Waters, Camden Portis, Brody Jennings, and John Tavius Wyman. Those are your kids coming in.
okay,
Um, so we shall see what we shall see. And you got to play any given Sunday, right? People got to get hurt. People are going to get hurt. People got to step up for players who get hurt, and you got to play the games, right?
yeah,
UM basketball has an ACC championship, and UM football doesn't.
yeah. Speaking of ACC championship, did you hear the news?
No, but you're going to tell me.
Supposedly in the ACC meetings today, the tiebreaker rule. Um,
Oh, they changed that.
They changed it, yeah. So it's not. I can't remember what it was before, but essentially best overall or best. God, I was looking at it on Instagram. I saw the link. But essentially, you're not gonna have a 5-7 team
Right, a
versus
5-7 team who's 5-0 in the ACC goes to the
yeah,
championship
yeah,
because they're 5-0 in the
yeah.
ACC.
Your overall record is gonna matter more.
Okay, good.
Um, so yeah, so they did that today. So pretty pretty excited. So
If I told you they're never gonna win the ACC championship, but they're gonna win the next 3 national championships,
I
what
don't
would you
care. I don't give a damn. Bring on the natties.
There you go. We put
um,
stock in the ACC championship, which is
I think we put stock in it because it's a guaranteed
we've
berth
fallen far.
into the playoffs.
I look at it as the Heat. You remember the Heat in '98 and '99 and '97? They would hang the Atlantic Division championship banner.
Yeah,
It's because we sucked. Now what do we hang? Eastern Conference champion banner, NBA champion banner. That's because we're good. Because we've been to the finals 6 times in the last 16 years. You know,
yeah, yeah.
so
Fair enough.
winning organizations
Um,
hang winning banners.
yeah,
Florida Panthers hang Stanley Cup championship.
yeah.
Like the
What?
Marlins have never won an NL East division. They got 2 world championships.
And that's perfectly fine. I'll take it.
I'm go with it. I'm go with it.
um, one last question before we go. Uh, which game are you most excited for the Canes this year?
Would it be a cop out if I said Notre Dame?
Not really, because so I'm excited for them and FSU just because you get to beat them
Yeah,
on
yeah,
FSU.
FSU, right. For me, it's Notre
Um,
Dame.
but Notre Dame
Because
because
of the way they got into we got in and they didn't get in, and
yep,
the whole it's like, look, let's just play them this year, blow them out,
yep,
45-0, 45-3, whatever. Just blow them out, show them they don't belong in the same court, same field, same court, whatever you want to put,
yeah,
and just be done with it.
yeah.
You know,
I think
just be
that's
done
where
with
I'm
it.
at too, honestly.
Because it's annoying. You're part of no conference. You commit to nobody,
Mm-hmm.
but yet you want all
You want
these
to complain and
special
yeah,
deals. Yeah, get out of here.
yep,
In a conference. Even though I think in basketball they're part of the ACC,
yeah. I think so too. Yeah,
and so it's like, just stop crying. Just stop
yep,
crying. Join a conference. Join a
yep.
conference. Stop crying. Until they do away with
Absolutely.
the conferences. Join a conference. Stop crying.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think that's everything, man.
But yeah, I think I got
We
everything here
unpacked a
too. It
lot.
was great. You gonna watch the
Get
Spain game
get to
or
be
Spain
back.
Argentina on Sunday?
Yeah, I should be. Yeah.
It'll be good. It'll be a
So
good game.
yeah, man. So
Well, I'll see you next Wednesday.
yep. Appreciate you,
All right.
sports junkies. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm Bubba.
I'm Fresh T.
Catch y'all next week.